We have a 2006 Audi A6 3.2 liter. Has xenon lights. We're gonna show you how to replace the right side light bulb and the ballast. So we're gonna start by removing this cover over here. Be careful, don't break it. Sometimes they get stuck on the little clips, so be gentle, yank it off gently. We're gonna need to remove these two screws over here from the intake shroud. We'll pull out the intake shroud, set it aside. We need to loosen up the clamps on a throttle body hose. See, somebody's been here already and didn't tighten the clamp up. That might cause a problem for you. So take the hose off. You might need to disconnect the throttle body so you don't damage the connector. This hose will not come out all the way because it has a vacuum line in the back over there. So don't try to pull the hose out completely. Just pull it up like this, set it aside. It's got a dirty throttle body in there. All we need is access to the airbox. We need to take that out. That's it. Oh, the throttle hose is not clipped to the airbox too. You have two clips on the sides of the airbox. Take them off. Pull the airbox out like this and pull it upwards. You have little tabs on the bottom of the airbox. They go into the other side of the box, so make sure not to break those. Now we're gonna need to pull the inner part of the airbox out. It's held by a clip over here. You're gonna need to pull this top piece off of it and pull the box out. It's a two-piece clip. It came out completely okay. This clip is separating like this, so somebody already yanked the other side out, but it's a two-piece clip. We're gonna put this back in and then just put it on top with. Now the airbox is free to come out. Be careful. There's rubber grommets on the bottom of the box. Pull it out very gently. Don't yank on it too much. There's a little valve in the back of it. See this valve over here? You need to disconnect the connector off of the valve and pull the box out. There's a vacuum line going to the engine. It's plastic over here. The plastic is very brittle. Make sure you don't break that line. As you see, the cover for our headlight is missing already. Like I said, somebody's been messing with it before. This is the low beam. This is the igniter in the low beam. So it has a clip, a metal wire clip. Just it goes up like this. Just unclip it, and then there's a wire going to the igniter. Do not pull this wire out, it's locked. If you're gonna try to pull it out, you will break it, either igniter or the wire itself. You gotta twist the igniter counterclockwise to release it from the bulb, and while doing that, it's gonna release the cable. So watch this. Oh, see, the cable came out. Basically, when you twist it counterclockwise, it pushes the cable out. Otherwise, if you're gonna try to pull it while the igniter is still locked on the light bulb, you're gonna break it. After you twist it, you just pull the igniter off. Here's our igniter. If you look inside of the igniter, see there's tabs on the sides, and there's little indents in that yellow thing inside this igniter. This yellow ring is a lock for the headlight bulb. See, it turns, you could turn it. When you put in the bulb back in, make sure these indents align with the notches on the igniter. Otherwise it will not lock on the bulb, and you will have all sorts of problems, like there's going to be bad contact on the igniter, and that will cause the igniter itself to melt and damage the bulb, maybe even the headlight. So the bulb is held by wire clips as well on two sides. Just release those and pull the bulb out. Now we got a new bulb. See this wire over here? This is the bottom of the bulb. Never touch the bulb with your fingers. Even if your hands are clean, you still have grease on your skin. It will make the bulb go bad very fast, because the grease is gonna overheat on top of the bulb's glass, and it's gonna pretty much create a heat spot, and the bulb will burn out. So inserting the wire in, insert the bulb with the wire going down. There's only one position which the bulb goes into. There's a special slot for the bulb, so you can't mess it up. As long as the bulb's sitting flush in the headlight with the wire on the bottom, lock the securing clips, and your bulb is in. Now it's time to put the igniter back in. Once again, check the ring, make sure those tabs align with the indents in the ring. Before you take it out, it's a good idea to remember how the wire went. See, the wire went like this. So the igniter is gonna go in like this. Put the igniter in, make sure it's all the way in and it's flush against the headlight. Twist it clockwise. And now you could insert the wire. Do not insert the wire into the igniter before you twist the igniter onto the bulb, because you will break the connector. See, the connector goes in from the bottom. It's kind of hard to get her in there, but do not insert the wire before you put the igniter onto the bulb, because first of all, the wire will not go into the igniter, and if it will, you broke the lock. It means you broke the lock on the igniter. So press the wire in all the way and put the securing clip back on. Now our light bulb is installed. And now we're gonna work on the most trickiest part of this job, is replacing the ballast. The ballast is right over here. This is the ballast. It's on the bottom of the headlight. It's held by 3 screws to the bottom of the headlight. There's a couple of ways of doing it. Replacing the ballast is number 1, remove the bumper and take the headlight out. Number 2, you could try to get it from under the car by removing the belly pan and getting it from the bottom. And the one I usually use is I remove the airbox and just get it from over here. The problem is you can't really see those bolts, those screws that hold the igniter. So we'll disconnect the light. There's 3 screws, one over here on the very corner, and there's another 2 on the sides of the igniter, or on the sides of the ballast. Well, as if I can't see the screws, but I know where they are, I'm gonna work from the top without seeing it. You could use a mirror to see what kind of screws you got in there, and either go from the bottom or take the bumper off and take the headlight out, which is a lot more work than just doing it from here. Okay, see, here you go. We have our mirror going. Look at the screws on the bottom of the headlight. The ballast screws, one over there and all the way in the back of the headlight. One on the bottom of the headlight over here, and one all the way on the other side of the ballast, right there. So they are T20. I'm gonna try to take him out. Now I have this very low profile tool with a T20 bit in it. Stick my hand under the headlight, hold it with the other hand, take the screw out. Make sure you not to drop the screws. It will be pain to find them, so be very careful. Don't lose them. Yeah, be very careful not to lose those little bolts. See, this is the screw that holds the ballast to the headlight. So I'm kind of doing it strictly by feeling of the bolts. If you're not sure which bolt to take out, or you can feel the bolts, use a mirror. So see you got 3 bolts, one over here, one over here, and one over here. Now pull the ballast out. So you got a connector in there, and that's it. Your ballast is out. Now grab a new ballast, insert it back in there, and bolt it down. So we got our new headlight ballast. Probably one of the trickiest parts is going to be to actually get it into the connector. Okay, we got it. Slide that in there. When it's connected, it's going to stay up. Now put the screws back in by hand. These couple of turns so they stay in place. And now tighten it with the wrench. Don't go too crazy. Don't forget you're putting those screws into the plastic. You don't want to mess up the thread in there. That's it. Your ballast is on. Now don't forget to put all the covers back in. It is very bad for the headlight to have no cover on it, as of you might get water into the headlight, and the water, once the water gets in there, it's gonna go straight down into the ballast and damage your new ballast. So make sure you have the covers on. Gonna try to find a cover for this guy. Maybe he has one at home. Well, we'll ask him, but make sure you have the covers on. Okay, so this guy had a cover in his car. See, one of the tabs is broken on it. Now, don't forget one thing. The left headlight has this tabs that release the cover on top, and the right headlight has the release tabs on the bottom. So, put the cover in, clip it in, be gentle with it, don't break it, and put the airbox back in. So we're gonna start by putting the inner part of the box in. There's two rubber grommets. They go into the holes on the frame rail. Slide that in there. Don't forget, there's a wire for that little valve on the back of the airbox. Connect that. That's a little, like a thermostat valve. Connect that. Find those holes in the frame rail. Press the rubber pieces in there. Oops. This clip came out. Don't lose these, or your airbox will never be closed. Yep. There's that grommet in the back of the airbox. That's our two-piece clip. Put into the grommet through the body. Put it in all the way, and there's a nail type of thing to spread the clip inside the fender. Well, secure it. And now put the top part of the box in. The top part of the box goes in. You got these little tabs on the bottom. Just make sure you get them into the spots, into the slots. And clip the tabs on. Okay, now put the intake pipe back in. There's a little box behind the pipe, goes behind the valve cover, so slide that in carefully. Make sure you do not damage the little vacuum line on the pipe, and put the pipe onto the airbox first. The throttle body part of the pipe, make sure you put in the bottom of the pipe in first. I see a lot of people kink the pipe inside the throttle body, and then they have all sorts of problems with it. So make sure you put the bottom part of the pipe in onto the throttle body, and you did not bend it into the throttle body. Tighten the clamps up. Secure the fuel lines. to the box. Connect the throttle body. The engine cover back on. Don't forget about sliding this purge valve line in. And now you can swing the intake shroud into the place. And the finishing touch, these two screws that hold the intake shroud to the car. And that's it. Check your lights and you're all set. Ta-da! Both lights working. You did a good job.